Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Smith's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Taylor wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Quarterback keeper. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Rebels have this offense rolling. Wants to throw one first. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got a man. It's Hawkins. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting that, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. They'll run it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the...
Makes the grab on the big throw. The 20. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Taylor wants to throw. Release to the back. Left side is Hawkins. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Snap it to the back. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Hit as he throws. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Keelan Russell. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag lane.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Rushes on. Makes the grab. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Henderson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
So they got nothing on the last play. Here's third and goal from the 1. Trying to pound their way in. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on fourth down. Look out! And they got it.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hawkins. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. There he goes. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Taylor wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Wants to go up top on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
Got a little grass. He's at the 20. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. In the red area, it's Hawkins. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Motion from the wideout. Got a man. It's Beebe. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
What an individual individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Russell. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Moves the pocket. It's Russell. Turns it upfield. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Rebels offense is back on the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Right side, it's Cunningham. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it away off his back foot. He's got it inside the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. There's a headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Russell on play action. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Rebels. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, turning it on. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Russell. They're all over him. Out wide left, it's Scott. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Quick give. It's Henderson. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Russell. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Keelan Russell. Under pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's 3rd down. You just got sacked the play prior. But you do a nice job in the pocket, you get through your progression, it's not open, you take off and run, pick up the first down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Fielded in the end zone, it's McCutcheon. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside, it's Hawkins. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Taylor wants to throw. Finds his tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls taking on the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Bulls with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team.
Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Throwing Russell. Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it in his belly. Got some green grass. Got enough for the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They go play action with Russell. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Russell. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen. But did you see how fast the safety came screaming down? He saw that thing coming from a mile away, and he's able to...
He lets one fly deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Taylor wants to throw it, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Keelan Russell. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
2nd and long here.
Here we go. Ready.
Gives it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, pressure's coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the ball comes to rest right there. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Hawkins. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Taylor wants to throw. Rush is on. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll ride him again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Throwing Russell. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Russell. Look out. Back's got it on the screen. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Moving out to the right. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Finds the tight end. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keelan Russell. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On the delay, it's Hawkins. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Might as well run him again. They put the brakes on it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Trying to take it back. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. And finally, out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeps it himself. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He won't have enough for the 1st down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Taylor wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for room. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing Russell. Holds on. It's Beebe. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Plows through the defense. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Russell. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Henderson. There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Run in the red zone. It's Henderson. Swamped immediately. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Left side is Cunningham. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. The give. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and lead the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Ben.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Not sure what good can come out of passing here. Stepping to the right. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless of whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.